what makes somebody want to throw their entire life down the toilet?
Do you like money and free time and sleep? Yeah, just don't have kids. Yeah.
Got it. Hope
The thing, I hate all those things.
Yeah.
I
Well,
hate
good for
having
you,
free
man.
time.
Dude, you made it.
money.
This
Disposable
is a mountaintop experience for you.
disposable income. Who the fuck wants that?
That's how I'm gonna start living my life. Like, man, you're kind of a failure. Like, no, maybe in your eyes, but for me, this is exactly when I went to college. You're like, what do you want to be when you get out? I was like, a failure, and I did it.
My mom always told me I'd be a piece of shit. Boy, did I prove her right.
I love your mom.
Love you, Mom. R.I.P. Like, she's not dead.
Mine are all just dumb, and then Tim already wanted to argue, which is the point of the question of when has ham ever been good?
Yeah.
And by that I mean, like, when has ham ever been like actually S tier?
That's not what it
I'm
says.
going back. I know.
What it says.
I don't disagree. I don't have to pose the question. This is part of the conversation.
I have actually one instance. I had
S tier ham. Like the best thing you've ever tried.
it was up there, but this is a very
Ham?
A country ham.
Well, I mean, yeah.
Okay, that's ham.
Right, so it was.
It's still cured meat. It's fine. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I'm just making sure. Yeah, because we're definitely not people that like to split hairs and get into semantics about the specific.
No,
topic
not
we're
us.
talking
That doesn't
about.
sound like us at all.
So, could you imagine? It's like, what's the best turkey? Like, hold on, like honey roasted turkey, fried turkey. These things matter.
Yeah.
There was a country ham that a guy had cured or started to cure and needed to age it, and he took it to Monic. And like it was like somebody like either he had worked there and had this and was like, oh, can I put it in your cellar, this and that. Anyways, to make a long story short, that ham got forgotten about and it was hanging and drying for like 10 years just at Monic. And then from there it got moved somewhere. Basically, it was like a 12-year aged country ham.
Jesus Christ.
So the head brewer now at Monic, in a previous life, before he was a brewer, he was the meat cutter at Whole Foods for like a decade. So he's very, very good. So like knows his shit. So we're at shipping port one night and I just see Buddy with like a fucking bus tub and a big piece of meat and a scimitar. I'm like, what in the hell is happening? And he's cutting off slices of this ham and like, you know, tells people the story. It was so good. It was like funky. Like if you've ever had like really good salami and it's got kind of that funk to it. And then he's like pointing out there's like crystallization that happened in the meat over age. And I don't remember what it was, but he explained it. And he was like, it's basically little flavor crystals.
More or less.
It was,
you can see it in like cave aged cheeses and
yeah.
stuff.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. But that was like for me, S tier ham.
So to make ham good, for those who are listening, step one,
age it for 12 years.
Yeah.
Straight up forget that it exists for a decade, for like
I mean, that's
2.5 like, you know, presidential, you know, runs. Wait until the president fully changes, then remember ham.
Isn't like
it's all right.
Spanish ham like that? Isn't there a
Talking about like guanciale or you're
not
talking about like
jamon.
like Parma or jamon. Yeah, I got you.
Jamon? Yeah.
There is like cured ham that is like that is very, you know, very aged, very, you know, S tier ham. I was like, when he said ham, my mind automatically went to, you know, like, you know, not necessarily Hormel, but, you know, adjacent, you know what I mean?
Deli meats.
But when you said, you know, aged ham, I was like, oh yeah, I've had some great aged ham before. Like that shit is like fantastic.
The thing, when I read that text though, when it was like, has ham ever been good? My first thought was like, he's got a point. Like,
see, it's just like, you know, because because there's never been a ham where I had to like, you know, I'm coming back for more of that, unless, you know,
unless there's nothing else.
I mean, arguably, it's probably the worst part of a pig, right? Like it really is. It's like it's really tough.
Let me think.
The hams of a pig. I mean, other than maybe like the feet, you got to pickle. But.
This is also. Is this a thing though that just like I genuinely did not like roasted turkey, like fresh roasted turkey, until I was probably 25, 26.
Because you had it cooked right.
Right. Yeah. Right. It was like maybe is it possible we've just never had ham prepared? I've never made a ham from raw.
The Brussels sprout glow up, or that's what we're hoping for with ham. We want people to start to.
So we just got to crossbreed pigs better.
Roast it, kind of. I mean, roasted hot and fast, and crumble some bacon on that bitch.
Yeah,
or
a little
whatever it is.
balsamic drizzle on
Is
top.
Is this okay?
Yeah, you sound great.
Okay. I'm trying to get in a position where I can.
Yeah, I don't know. There's probably been a few times in my life that I had ham and I was like, that's really good. I can't think of a time when I S tier, like the greatest fucking thing I've ever put in my mouth. But ham doesn't suck by any means. Like, it's not bad.
If I just throw it to you, can you do an intro?
Yeah.
Or something? Thank you for the first listeners for the the viewer submitted question of when has ham been S tier?
And the answer is twice. Age it 12 years in a cave. Yeah.
Get on our Patreon, and you can submit questions of your own that we would be happy to answer.
Yo,
Absolutely.
Shout out to Spain and Hamon, right?
Yeah.
Like,
Thank you. Use coupon code HAMON.
did you have a song or anything?
You would think I just have those shits queued up,
Yeah,
but
like the producer would.
Alex, can you click that blue button at the bottom of the board? Just push it in. Yeah. Just one time. No, you just hit it one more time. And
There you
then the dial or the knob to the left of the blue button, push it up slowly. Way faster than that. Just give it a second. Here we go. It's Thursday, not playing D&D on this Thursday. Doing podcast with my You can back that down now. He's gonna do his thing.
All right, this opening has been a disaster. This is fantastic. Welcome, everybody, to Failing with Style, I suppose, an irreverent podcast about off-the-cuff thoughts, reviews, and the struggle of a group of lifelong friends, attempting to maintain their friendships through the harsh reality of life, constantly pulling them apart, and talking massive amounts of shit to each other. I am one of your hosts. I am Tim. I am joined here by 2, not 3 of my good buddies this time. We'll shoot it on over to Gravy Dave.
Looks like number 4 is walking up, unless my Ring doorbell says otherwise. Name David, some say third best chili in the...
Oh, here we go. Here we go.
Third best, well, number 1 best chili, traditional chili.
Just real quick before he gets up.
What's
here,
up?
That chili recipe. He's like, I make pretty good chili. Straight up asked me for that recipe
Nice.
Why?
because he's not good at cooking.
Oh,
L.
I mean, that makes sense. He's only been a chef like half his life.
I mean, that's why he lost. But anyway, so number 1 best traditional chili in the in all hemispheres ever. And what it do, bub?
What's up, fatty?
Oh, you got one.
You should be all set up. Oh, Freezer
yeah,
downstairs.
Fireball.
I forgot to bring him up, dog. Freezer downstairs.
Fireball sounds fucking awful right now, but I'm going to shoot it anyway. I said Fireball sounds awful, but I'm going to shoot it anyway. I'll fucking fight you right now, dog. Like, I don't.
We
give a-
record on a Thursday because every other Thursday we're all in a D&D campaign that's been running since January. I'm not going to tell you the year. Just figure that out. Just it applies to all Januaries from here on out. If you hear this whenever we're dead, it's the year 3000. Fart. I just dated myself. It's definitely the year 3000. Here we are. Otherwise, on the off Thursdays, we do this podcast just because I wanted to, and with Tim and Alex and Tyler, just, you know.
Is this episode 1?
This is technically episode 1.
Technically,
Cool.
yeah.
Like,
Episode 0 was the drunk episode already, so we already had the drinking episode.
I mean, we're going to drink every episode, so.
Yeah.
we'll see.
The latter half
I've been
of that-
listening to a lot of JRE. I don't know if you guys are.
great. This is going to be fantastic.
Let it rip. Let it
No,
rip.
actually, I have not.
Let it
I-
rip, King.
I did. I fell into a YouTube hole. A Yoo-hoo hole of basically people ripping on Bert Kreischer.
Okay.
That was, yeah. I'm not a fan of Bert Kreischer and never have been.
By the way, folks, this is Alex talking.
Oh, yeah.
Another host.
I'm sorry.
Of the show. Again,
Do we
it's been a disaster.
just take? Should we just take this from the top?
No. it's
Tyler's
fine.
here now.
Yeah. Roll the track back.
I can. I mean, 'cause I know how to.
You know
do
what?
it
Start
now.
the track over. Yeah.
I don't edit these either. I mean, I edited the first one because we rambled a little bit too long, but we already had the intro.
So
Failing with Style. Okay. That's the name of the podcast
That's us.
for anyone that needs to hear it again. winky face. Let's get Tyler all
And
hooked
we
up.
getting Tyler all
hands
hooked
on
up here. Let's get the.
And then you might have to maneuver that just to get that close to your face.
I'm saying, man, this is great Patreon. People will pay for this.
No, they
People, the people are paying out the yin yang
No,
for
they
this.
won't.
No, they want it for the audio quality because they're like, David, where'd you get these mics?
They're like,
And-
God damn, look at their listen to their voices.
Yeah, they're like,
Look at their
you're going to
voice.
sleep right
Yeah,
now?
look at
Wow.
their
Actually,
voice
you're
waves.
locked in. It's Diffie now. Wow.
I'm Diffie Dave.
Ham's always been good. No, said no one.
Can you hear me?
Hmm. You can back off just a little bit if
Yeah,
you
you
need
don't
to.
gotta like fucking. Why you sitting so rigid, though?
Pull it closer to your face and just relax.
Yeah.
Oh, I can do that.
Uh,
I didn't
I
know.
want you to just, when he says relax, and you're just like, got it.
relax. I just want to take some pictures. Can you hear everybody okay?
Is the goal to like host this, like post this somewhere, and then just immediately be like, this dude is a problem. We need to find, like, dox the fuck out of him.
Yes.
I mean,
We bring up local business owners and just roast the shit out of them. We did it in episode 0.
I mean,
Back to back to back.
I never thought about it like that, but yeah.
All right.
That's exactly what this is.
What else is fame if it's not?
We already hit the ham topic, and because no one could come up with a good. Actually, do you want to take this fireball?
Yeah, we can.
Okay.
We are going to shoot some fireball here real quick, folks.
Everybody, for those on the video, which is no one,
Yeah.
you would see us taking fireball in 3, 2.
Oh, hold on.
Oh,
Oh my God. All right, 3, 2, 1, shoot. That is awful.
they don't make it like they used to. Anyway,
My favorite part of podcasts are when drinking occurs, and it's just, or eating.
oh yeah, we are going to do our chip Olympics here shortly. Just
This
for all
one's a Dorito.
for all the audio people out there. Okay, so we got the when has ham ever been good? Knock that one out. Everything's different now. You really don't have to super duper abide by these windsocks. It's just to minimize the
Yeah,
the
just-
plosives in there.
Well, like before I could like really hear myself.
Yeah.
So
I can turn everybody down.
You do need to talk like into the microphone though, because like I was telling David when I was listening back to episode 0, you and Alex specifically would turn away from the mic when you were talking. You couldn't hear a lot.
well, I was also trying to do that too because I couldn't breathe at all. So like instead of like a like every 5 minutes. So
Okay,
I got a whole list of topics here from in the group chat. I mean, I don't want to just
pick one, pick
Okay,
one, and throw it out. Let's go.
Right. God.
Topic
Actually,
number 2.
I think it's kind of, yeah, just start reading through them. And the
Okay.
minute that
I've got
somebody's like, ooh, let's talk about that.
the downfall of the MCU,
I could talk all night about
the
that.
sad state of AAA gaming,
I could talk all night about that too.
like grown people can't make a decision in a group.
Yeah, I could talk about all that all night.
God, that one, I don't even want to talk about that. I'm sure it's so
fucking
bad about
hurts
that
my
one.
feelings.
It's okay not to be okay. That's a short one. Just end it. So
Suicide is always an option.
cooking cultures changed.
We talked about that
Okay.
last time.
Beer reviews. What are you drinking now and why? Maintain friendships as adults. Spent friendships wrong. That's why you don't have friends. Taboo public topics. Politics, religion, stereotypes. Brother boy.
Yeah.
Streaming versus physical media. A podcast about doing a podcast. That's so
That's essentially what this is.
so Raven. Lord of the Rings is better trilogy than Star Wars. I mean, that's just a statement.
No, that's a fact.
Zombie
Hold on.
apocalypse.
Are facts not statements?
Yeah.
I don't understand.
did you take my one off Slack today?
Yeah, that was what game got you into games, and basically
Yeah,
that.
basically I was thinking about it just like what game got you fully sucked into like now you're a gamer.
There you go. That's an easy one, or that's a fun one. Alex, you could just hang out.
I outside of Tim, I definitely played video games before the two of you did.
Just because you're older, that
Yeah.
so did Hitler in that in that regard. So wow.
Hitler invented video
Yeah.
games?
Had a lot of video games.
We got
in
an
the 40s,
apologist
I didn't
over here,
realize.
kids. So okay.
Yo, shout out to Hitler.
Mm,
You guys see the new GoPro?
no.
Okay. Moving on.
Sick. All right, guys. Fucking. This is failing with
We're gonna wrap it up.
neat. Okay. Alex, go ahead. I mean, what are you thinking about that topic?
The first console we had in the house was before Tyler was born. and we actually had an NES. Have no idea where it came from. I remember Super Mario Brothers, like the first level, and I remember Duck Hunt. My dad played it mostly, and then we ended up getting a Super Nintendo. Also, what year did that come out? 93? The Super Famicom?
93, I think.
So Tyler was born, but
96?
little.
93.
And I remember playing Mario Kart. Those are the first video games I ever remember playing, were Mario, Duck Hunt, and then Mario Kart. I mean, you just want me to keep going?
No, I mean,
Like
I didn't know if you know, I also.
Is there like a specific memory that you were just like, oh yeah, I'm going to do this forever? Or like I'm super into this? Or was there a specific game that got you into
that's
that?
the thing. For me, I have always been a casual gamer at best. Like I have a PS4 right now. My son has a Switch. I don't play the PlayStation. It's like, I like it. I enjoy gaming.
Middle school, high school, you played quite a bit with me.
Well, yeah, but not like you did though.
Well, no, because I was playing.
Right. I mean,
Good
there was,
watch.
but yeah, I mean, even like when we were in college, it would be a thing of like, yeah, I'll play Call of Duty, but I'll play like around. I'm also awful at games on the whole. I'm pretty, I like more single player games.
Nothing like skipping class on a 13-hour day of just Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2.
Let's talk about
It was
Oblivion.
great.
or Fable 2. Fable
Yeah.
2 Oblivion.
So-
Or was it Fable 2 or 3 or both? I guess.
Fable 2.
Fable 2 was the big like Nate myself, departure,
So it's like how I was thinking about the question is more of like not so much the first game you played, because I mean, like, well, I'll talk about mine later, but it's that one game that like the minute you started it, it fully sucked you in, and then after you finished it, you're like, I want to do that next another adventure and have that same feeling. in the head.
I got it.
If that makes sense.
I got it. So mine's, I think of like on the whole for me, gaming for me has just become seasons. I've referenced, seasons of people recently just in our, normal casual conversations. And for mine, it is Bloodborne. I mean, technically it would be Dark Souls 1, but really what got me in PS4, it was maybe during COVID or something, maybe pre-COVID. I didn't really get into, I played like one game of the Modern Warfare that had the original Warzone on there, not Blackout or whatever, but the actual full on.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was just
Warzone.
Modern Warfare. Yeah.
I never really got into that because I was just playing Bloodborne over and over and over because it was the first game that there's like hard stop skill checks in the game. You are going to observe this boss, observe their movements, and overcome them. And that feeling, I got a little bit from that from Dark Souls 1. I didn't really play Dark Souls 2, but I mean, whenever Bloodborne kicked in, there were some bosses that would just melt my mind with their movement, their whatever, just their combinations in general just completely obliterated me, and I had to overcome it. And that feeling of overcoming those bosses would just hooked me forevermore. So I'm a FromSoft stan.
You definitely
fan.
are. You, of all people, definitely are.
Hardcore Bloodborne. Me. I have almost. It's only like 400 hours or so in the game. It's not a huge amount, but almost 400.
And that's just Bloodborne.
Just Bloodborne.
Elden Ring.
Elden Ring is less. I would say currently, right this moment, it's like Fortnite takes the lead, and then just because play with friends, casual gaming, and then Baldur's Gate 3, because like that was.
You have more hours in that than Bloodborne? Really?
No, I mean, so technically Fortnite I have the most amount of hours in, and then Bloodborne, probably Baldur's Gate 3, and then I don't remember trickling down from there.
Elden Ring, probably.
Elden Ring was a big one. I mean, the original.
Honestly, that speaks volumes to Elden Ring and Baldur's Gate.
Oh, dude. I mean, Tyler's in this right. Tyler's in his Baldur's Gate season right this moment.
Yeah.
And I had that because I don't know, I got sucked into the marketing, and whenever my mom would always say like, whatever you give yourself to is what you'll become. And at these points, hi mom. I'm like, I always found that to be such a throwaway statement. I'm just like, well, yeah, of course, sure. But I mean, I got sucked into the marketing and it looked really interesting. And I got that day one. There's so many games that I've just been hooked into the news and I get them day one. I'm still going to day one pre-order the PS5 Pro. It's the single thing. I know that they just came out with the price that I referenced to Amelia earlier this year saying, okay, that's the only thing that I want that's going to be frivolous. Absolutely frivolous. I want it because I just enjoy the entire aspect. And there's a lot of friend time that happens here. It's at least, 15, 20 hours a week of just like right here after work, turn my brain off, hang out with friends, do it. And I want the best, fastest experience. Also, I don't have kids, not that means that I'm not saving for, not doing other things with my money.
No,
Otherwise,
you could spend your money elsewhere.
There you go.
Right.
I get it.
The opportunity cost.
Yeah, that is too much money for me. I will not drop $700 on a console. I just won't.
It's $811 after tax.
No, that's with
That depends on the state.
that's with the disk drive.
So I'm not wrong though.
You kind of.
No.
If you're getting it with the disk drive, you're paying $800 for it. Yeah.
Guys, we got beef right
no.
here. What about you, Ty? You wanted to go last because it was your question?
Yeah, I'll go last.
Ooh, I like that.
Tim, what are you feeling about?
Okay. I'm a bit older than you guys, so mine goes back a little bit. But my video game adventure started very similar to Alex. Like we had a random ass Atari 2600 in our house that I don't think anybody ever played. Like I don't remember ever playing.
One of those like just showed up one day.
It was just always there. It was just like a staple, like in the entertainment center.
5 years later, someone's like, "What the hell is
Yeah,
that?"
they're like, who does
Just walk past and you hear drums. Yeah, I'm just doing
yeah, exactly. The fucking Jumanji over here.
The first game I ever played that really sucked me in.
Yeah, Jumanji.
Whoa!
And then my grandfather
Ooh.
got us an NES for Christmas, and then like playing Mario Brothers for the first time. But it was playing Zelda. Like I played The Legend of Zelda, and I was like, wow, this game is incredible. And there's a few more moments in my life that I can really remember. Our neighbor at one point, he had a Sega Genesis, and like he used to pay us to like go clean his yard and stuff. So we go over and like clean up his yard, and he he only touched me like twice too. It's not a big deal.
You would just watch from the windows like an
Yeah,
adult.
just
Yeah,
fucking
I get that.
ripping his hog.
I get that.
Different episode. And you're saying you are not going to edit this.
Yeah,
No, I don't edit this shit.
yeah,
What's up?
It's the first episode. What if you like? No,
AI edited
I've
it.
already decided.
it's fine. So he had a Sega Genesis, and I remember seeing Altered Beast on there, and I was like, holy shit! Like I didn't know video games could look this good. You know what I mean? It's one of those. And then
Hey,
when I got my Dreamcast,
Altered Beast.
Yeah.
I know the title, but I don't know what was that game.
it was very. It's so shitty now when you describe it, but like back in the day, it was awesome. So it was literally like a side-scrolling, almost like Ghouls and Goblins kind of.
Yeah.
And you played like a regular ass human, but as you got power ups, you had to get 3 separate power ups, and then you would turn into a beast.
Okay, I
But
know
that
this
beast
game.
was different on different levels.
Yeah,
So you would turn into
Diffy.
like a dragon or a bear or a tiger, like things like that.
Cool.
But they were all were things, like a were tiger thing. Anyway, it was cool as shit in the 90s. But and then when I got my Dreamcast, I was fucking in love with my Dreamcast.
Run through that Atari 2600,
Yeah,
NES, Dreamcast.
Sega Genesis.
I
I mean, look, look here. If you want to run down all the progression, Jesus Christ, like we had a Genesis. He had a Genesis next door. We literally mowed lawns and saved up and bought our own Genesis. And then my mom bought a Super Nintendo, so we had both those in the house. And then for Christmas, we got a Sega Saturn. I can keep going.
No.
In
I was just
Nevada?
curious. I was curious.
You have yards in Nevada?
Not anymore, but we did.
Okay.
Yeah.
Damn.
They outlawed them in like 2020.
Yeah, like 1994.
Shout out Al Gore. He was right. Anyway,
my
moving
stupid
on.
ass always imagined just like Stepford Wives, like the greenest of green.
It is now. A lot of it's turf, or it's just like that desert landscape where it's just rocks and cactus and shit. But no, I mean, like when we got our Saturn, it was dope. I loved the Sega Saturn. I was a huge Sega fan. I fucking love Sega.
Dude, the families that had both a Super Nintendo and a Sega, that was next level.
Yeah.
There was our I don't know if you remember our
And we
neighbor
weren't
Jack.
rich, like
Yeah.
at all. Like,
he had a Sega, and I remember he had Mortal Kombat with the blood.
yep.
Oh.
Talking
That
about
was-
the kid down the street.
That was the main I'm not even lying to you guys. That was the main reason that we wanted to get a Sega Genesis, was for Mortal Kombat with the blood. Because we would walk down to 7-Eleven. The 7-Eleven had arcade machines in there, and they had fucking Mortal Kombat in there, and we would go in there and play, like, just fucking dump quarters, and like that we could find. It was crazy, but like that was the main reason why we wanted a Sega Genesis, because we wanted blood and Mortal Kombat. I swear to God. But anyway, when I got my Dreamcast, you know, playing Sonic Adventure for the first time, like, and then obviously, you know, Super Mario 64 like blew my fucking mind. Like I used to go to Toys R Us and play it because you couldn't fucking buy one. Like nobody had one at 64.
I knew a guy that had one. Huh? I knew a guy that had one.
So did I. JJ had one, but like we used to go over to his house and fucking play Star Fox and Mario Kart and all that shit. But the main one that I can like say actually like changed me into a full-time gamer was Halo. Like Halo did it for me.
Yeah, I assumed it was going to be Combat Evolved.
It was Combat Evolved. I had zero interest in getting an Xbox. Like, and I did want a PlayStation because it just killed my Dreamcast. Like, I was pissed at PlayStation for a long time. In fact, I swear to God, I didn't buy a PlayStation until PlayStation 3. Didn't touch it until PlayStation 3.
You have a PS5 now, don't you?
I do.
I thought that was your first Sony system.
No. PS3 was, and then I didn't get a PS4 until like last year. and then I just picked up a PS4.
You were such a Sony hater for so long.
I still am. Fuck them. Yeah.
PS3 is the most expensive console by inflation.
Yeah.
Really?
Yep. Even more so than the PS5 Pro.
They released it at $600 fucking dollars.
Yep.
And it was like the biggest. This is my problem with some. I'll get into it. Hang on.
Question real quick for you. If I said 343 Guilty Spark, does that mean anything to you?
Yeah, it's fucking trauma, dog. Like, it's my heart pumping. It's a level in Combat Evolved where the flood
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
first come out. Yeah. Yeah, fucking that and the library, dude. Oh my God, the library in Halo 1 was just like
I was right after that.
it was the longest level ever, and it was nothing but fucking flood, and it was just
It
like
was a maze too.
it was hard as shit, dog.
Do you guys know why Donkey Kong 64 came with a expansion pack with it? If you bought Donkey Kong 64 for the Nintendo 64, it came within the Nintendo 64 expansion pack, the thing that comes into the top, and it looks like, you're like, what?
Yeah.
At that point, I didn't even know what that did, but
it was something to where you could that expansion you could play different games. Like it was something of that because
Well,
I just
expanded
watched
the RAM or something.
expanded the RAM.
I was going to say it was a
exactly
memory
right.
thing.
Because Donkey Kong 64 was had a hard-coded memory leak in it, where if you ran the game for long enough, it would just crash the system. So along with it,
Wait,
it
like
was
the whole console would just fry?
yeah,
It would brick
Well,
it.
it would just like you would have to just reset. It wouldn't like brick anything.
Got it.
But with memory leaks, whenever you run out of RAM on your computer, that's why you blue screen, or that's one of the reasons why you blue screen of death, is because you ran out of system memory. Same thing with the Nintendo 64. So at that point, Majora's Mask was coming out around that time as well. That needed the expansion pack, but they threw it in there with the game just because it was hard coded because it had a memory leak.
Did you? I've never played. So I love Donkey Kong, but I stopped at Donkey Kong Country 3.
That's the best move.
Yeah, really.
But the thing,
or Diddy
there's
Kong, or some of those NES games were
that was all. Yeah, so Donkey Kong Country was awesome. Donkey Kong Country 2, Diddy's Conquest is the best. Like for me, it is the best SNES Sega platformer of the time.
SNES Sega platform.
Like so, because like
of
not all,
SNES or
of
Sega.
of
Gotcha.
that like generation.
Gotcha.
But just like platform, there was something I still love that game. I've never beaten that game.
good soundtrack.
They're really good soundtrack.
Both of them were. The first one was too.
But I had heard when they did. I heard when they did 64. There's like tons and tons and tons of collectibles to the point that it just exhausted everything. People are like, I don't want to do this.
It's one of the highest collectible games like at that time, or it was the highest collectible game at that time to like if you would platinum the game, which didn't exist at that point. It was like over 1,000 things to collect, which is kind of an L.
And then it was, I don't know. I never played it. T-Mart, I'm pretty sure loved it. I think it has like a small cult following. But
the Ocarina of Time was like S fucking tier to me. Like
What?
Ocarina of Time, Legend of Zelda,
Oh, got it.
Ocarina, Ocarina, whatever.
Yeah. Tomato.
Yeah, exactly. But
We
that was,
so because for us it was always Ocarina, just because that's David had a 64 before we did, but we had that game before he did.
nice.
And so that was. But you always had Star Fox. We also, because like
Dude,
living
we
down
would-
the street.
we would rip Star Fox 64, man.
Absolutely.
Loved that. The multiplayer was fucking.
So good.
It was so half baked and like awesome at the same
Yeah.
time. Remember,
Star Fox
you
shreds.
could get out of your vehicle and run around. It was like,
that was the next game.
Yeah, that wasn't Star Fox 64. That was
yes, it was.
No,
could not get out of your vehicle.
you
in Star
could
Fox
be a
64.
tank or you could be an R-wing in the multiplayer.
There was
But
one on GameCube you could get out. I'm 100% sure because I
thought there was one on 64 you could get out.
Oh fuck.
Oh, God.
Jamie, look that up for us. Could you get out of your
All
R-wing?
right, anyway, so
Nate.
Combat Evolved.
Hey, Nate.
Yeah, that's right.
Hey, Nate, look that up. Nate, the NPC.
Yeah, Combat Evolved for sure. And I got
Could
super
we
fucking good
get
at
a
that game.
chat GPT and name it Nate?
I don't see why not.
All right.
There we go.
I got like dumb good at that game, and like we got so into it. Like we would have Halo LAN parties over at my brother's house. We literally drilled holes in the walls so we could run cords, just so we wouldn't look at each other's screens and shit. Like that is like peak video game to me. Was just like, dude, you just had to fucking be there. And like, don't get me wrong, what we have now is great, and it's like easy and everybody's connected. And like you said, you can come in here and numb your brain out for 15 hours or 20 hours a week, and all of that is great, man. But like nothing beats like literally packing up your console and a fucking giant 32-inch tube TV to bring over to your fucking friend's house
Yeah.
to play Halo on a LAN party, man. Like that shit was just, it's fucking S tier. Yeah.
There is something about, like, don't get me wrong. If I had everything to do a LAN party right now and someone's like, you want to have a LAN party? I'd be like, absolutely not. Not a chance. I'm not doing
Oh,
it.
I would.
I would do it.
I'd do it in a heartbeat.
I'm not lugging around a 32-inch tube TV.
Well, no, I mean
that's what I mean.
yeah.
Like if
But
all set up somewhere, sure.
But
I'll
I had
participate,
that.
but-
I had that little one in my bedroom. I used to take everywhere with me.
yeah.
I'd whoop ass. You couldn't. I wouldn't split screen on it. I would only solo on it. So
We tried to have a LAN party at the River Falls Mall after it closed, but before it was Bass Pro. There
it
was
was
like
you and Bouchon,
it-
Joey,
it-
and shit.
Yeah, there was like, I thought you were with us. Were you not? You know, there's like 5 or 6 of us.
I had to work.
There was like one store still open in the mall, so it was just like, I mean, it was like a fucking zombie movie. Like it was so, but all the outlets worked, and there was like a Lens Crafters or something. So we just went in one day after school and set up, and there's like 3 TVs. And then, I don't know, we played for maybe a half hour, and a security guard came by and was like, what are y'all doing? Like, just playing games. He was like, what? And I was like, yeah, we're just, having a LAN party. He was like, you can't do that in here. Like, he was so baffled of like, had no idea. This was like, we're talking 2003 or 4. This dude is in his 50s.
You were a senior.
No, it wasn't. No, we definitely weren't having LAN parties when I was a senior.
We'll
I was
never
too
know.
cool for- It doesn't matter.
Ty,
You're like, I was too busy not smoking weed.
Ty, what about you, dog?
Too busy not getting laid.
So I mean, growing up, I always played games. I always liked playing games. As a kid, my favorite was, I'll take one.
I'm good.
My favorite was, like I have real fond memories of like us 3 playing GoldenEye and things like that. But I was sitting thinking about that today, to where it's like, I was thinking about all the platformers and side scrollers and all that, that we played on Super Nintendo and shit, and like they were all fun. Like I enjoyed playing them, but nothing ever like really reached out to, you know what I mean? I'm like, this is, I'm a kid. This is fun.
Slappers only, baby.
I'm like, this is entertaining. The game that I played that really just wowed me, and this was after Combat Evolved came out too. It was Shadow Colossus.
Oh man.
Shadow Colossus was the one that like
Yeah.
I looked at
Incredible
it.
game,
the
dude.
the formula of it was something that I had never played. There's no common enemy. There's 13 I think bosses, and every boss is a puzzle. The music is fantastic. It was visually stunning. It still is, in my opinion. Especially
have
it
you
came
ever
out in
played?
2005. Like
You never played Shadow of the Colossus?
I didn't.
Fuck, dude. You
and
have
just
to.
like but that
incredible.
that was that one game that like I played that it made me realize, I'm like, okay, so like I don't know, video games can be art at the same time, because I loved Halo, but I didn't look at Halo like, it was a very fun game. It was super entertaining and the story's great. But Shadow of Colossus, just the only dialogue comes from you calling your horse, and then when God is speaking when you're at the temple, and that's it. Like, I don't know, something about it just drug me in, and it's a fantastic game. And after that, that's when I was like, I'm going to start playing things that I guess I'm not used to playing.
I like this branch off of when did you first or number one, do you consider video games art at all?
Yes.
Yeah,
100%.
100%.
And if so, which game? And as much as I would love to say, the first redo of God of War, it's not that. It was actually BioShock Infinite.
Oh, yeah.
Great game.
Watching the storyline, because I didn't even play it. I was just watching a dude on YouTube just because I heard it was a great game, and I was just watching a dude.
That game got a lot of heat. Like, a lot of people hated that.
No, I think they hated the second one.
No,
Infinite,
a lot of people. Well,
There's-
I don't remember Infinite getting a lot of
Adam
heat.
Sessler gave a great review on it, and that was a 10 out of 10. And it was a banger.
What a name
But no, a lot of people shit on it because it wasn't 1 and 2.
Just because it didn't have a Big Daddy in it.
Well,
Yeah, 100%.
It's
I
recently.
don't recall that at all. I remember 2 getting a lot of heat just because 2 wasn't good. It was not good. And like I tried to play it and it wasn't good. Do you remember 2?
Oh yeah, absolutely. I love all 3 of them. I love all the DLCs to them too. I played
couldn't
the
get
shit
into
out of those games. Well, the first 2 were. The first one's is
First
a
one's
fucking horror game.
It's
Like,
incredible. Would you kindly?
Sorry, BioShock is the one thing, but that I know a little bit about, but not actually because I played it all that much. The first game, first off, is I think the best of the 3, and I really like Infinite, but I do know that Infinite has caught a lot of heat in recent years because of the replayability and like the novelty of it doesn't really hold up. At like the first time playing it is like holy hell. It's
Well, 'cause
really
it was kind of like watching a Shyamalan movie. Like the twist in it, like
yeah.
I don't
Which is-
spoil it for anybody here. You know, this has been like 20 years. Yeah.
Actually,
But which like oh sorry.
no, shred it. No,
I was just the first one. I also has a twist, but the first one, I'm not going to get into this because it'll go off on a tear. But just look up sometime BioShock, and it's very very like a parent relation or callback to like Ayn Rand, like the whole
sure.
thing. It's
yeah.
which is like
Well, I mean, even the setting would,
yeah, exactly. But
that way.
it's a straight critique of Ayn Rand. Atlas Shrugged. It's not hidden. It's not a thing. When I saw it when I was a kid, I was like, okay, well, I don't know who fucking Ayn Rand is. Going back to it now and being like, oh shit, this is rad. This is so good. This is like Infinite is cool, but I don't think as far as like a philosophical statement, quote unquote, or its art part, I don't in recent years and like replays or rewatches through it, I don't think it's as profound as that first one was. And I think that's why it was catching
very
me.
few things are though.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah. And this is not really, this isn't like me criticizing.
Out of all the games,
that
though,
game?
it still has the best, my favorite line of the 3, and that's the Booker, are you afraid of God? No, I'm afraid of you.
Yeah.
Dude, every time I'm just like, sheesh.
I'm going to amend my statement. As much as I want to say Infinite, I was like, I didn't know it at the time, but actually Max Payne.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Actually, Max Payne.
Great game.
Rethinking about it and the graphic novel aspect of it. I never.
all 3 of them
I never
are
follow back
bangers.
up. I never look at the source material. I don't fucking know. I never go back. I just play the game and I'm like, well, now I'm different or I'm not. The end.
But even throwing in like it had like almost a weird Silent Hill feel to it with some of those dream levels, to where you're running through endless hallways and what you have to do is find your basically dead baby in a crib and you have to follow the cry.
Yeah.
And then walk on a line of blood, and if
They
you
don't make
fall off,
games
you
like that
die.
anymore.
Dude, Silent Hill 2. Can we? Oh my God. Like, you want to talk about a game that scared the absolute fucking piss out of me.
Never played it, but I know a lot about it.
I don't do
yet.
horror games.
I don't fuck with horror games either.
Dude, the first Resident Evil, I will never forget, ever fucking forget. I was watching my brother play, and it was cheesy as shit because like the original opening to Resident Evil 1 was like actual actors.
Oh yeah,
Like,
it was
it
bad.
was bad. It was so bad. I remember
They had like weird football armor on.
yeah, I was like, this is cheesy as shit.
It's like American Gladiators.
It was
slash
yeah,
cops.
it was RPD, but just like fucking like
Stars.
full on. Not that one.
There were stars
They were.
in the first game. You're the stars unit.
Yeah, I understand, but
Well, that's why I said it.
Nemesis wasn't there. Until
Who's
the-
Nemesis?
Oh my God. But there's this hallway. Like the very first time you run into a zombie, it was like okay, cool, and then you kill it, and it's just like, oh, what's going on here? And then you run down this hallway, and it's just dead fucking quiet, no music. You just hear of your fucking feet. And then, like, when you round it, dogs jump through the fucking window.
Yeah.
Oh, dude, I was like fucking, it was like 12, 13-year-old me was like, oh, shit. I'm like scared the absolute fucking piss out of me.
It's like when I played it as a kid because I'm, I'm pretty stupid. So like I'm playing this as a kid and it was too hard. So it's like me trying to fit a circle puzzle piece into a square hole.
Right,
and I'm like,
yeah.
this is stupid. Like,
Well, plus the tank controls are awful.
well, the tank controls are awful. And it's, I don't understand I was playing GoldenEye.
Right,
You don't run out of ammo.
Proximity mine.
Well, no, just like, that first zombie, I'm just mag dumping and then I have nothing.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh, okay, cool. Got it. I'm like, this game's stupid. You have to find things? Like,
Yeah. Anyway,
Cool.
so we all like game good. We good little Game Boy.
I wouldn't have called Shadow of the Colossus for you. Legit.
Oh,
One of
just hang around him long enough, he'll fucking bring it up. I swear to God.
Well,
dude.
no,
It's
I
so
understand,
goddamn
but, like,
annoying.
Is this really?
Yeah.
Like,
He's always like, oh my God, I like fucking boss rush games. Fucking stupid.
anytime you play
Didn't you just say you
Bloodborne,
love
just
Bloodborne?
play, you just play the
Legit.
Chalice Dungeon.
No,
Yes.
I did not bring it. You said Chalice Dungeon. Run it back, listeners. Run it back.
No, I know. I'm telling you though, when you play it now, you play through start to finish, or you just go straight to the Chalice Dungeon.
No, I go to the one specific Chalice Dungeon that levels you up really, really quickly, so I can just boss rush how I want to, dumbass.
Weird, yeah.
But I'm reading all the lore.
You ever fork knife it?
Yeah.
You ever dub it? Fork knifing, hitting your shots?
Shout out to Brandon, guys. Dub Fortnite in the chat.
That's every morning, every fucking morning.
But yeah, so it's a shitty ass game for shitty ass dumb losers.
I hate Fortnite. I do.
No, Shadow of Colossus.
Oh, no. Well, I'll fight you on site right now.
We're
dude. Like,
fighting,
let's not
guys.
go.
We're fighting right now.
Hold on. Nate, hold the
didn't
mic.
win.
Nate, hold the mic.
What,
Okay.
chili?
Nate!
Guys, I'm third place. Anyway, so I don't want to talk about it.
So what is chili? Let's talk about
All right, last topic of the day.
what defines a chili? Because
I'm not looking it up.
David is really butthurt right now.
I'm not butthurt. I'm just
you are.
factually correct or whatever.
No, you're not. The chili is an American curry. What defines curry? What defines curry? There's red curry, there's green curry, there's yellow curry, there's black curry. There's
we're talking about video games.
we were.
Oh,
but
we knocked that out.
Oh, that's it.
we changed the world. And
pretty
now we're ready
sure-
to move on.
That's everything. That's everything to be said about. I
So
think every
listen,
video
guys,
game. that
we had a
matters.
chili cook-off, and I happened to win, and David is very upset about it, and he's claiming that my Verde chili chicken, my chicken chili Verde, was not actually chili. That's basically what he was saying.
Okay. Chili is often considered a type of stew, but it can also be prepared in a way that makes it more like a soup. Chili is a stew. Chili is often more Chili is often more solid than liquid. I mean, let me think about that.
Okay.
Hey,
I
is
think
this
it's saying
AI?
the stuff inside of
Do
it.
just
Huh?
hey
Or,
whatever.
yeah. Also, are you looking this up on a?
Yeah. Yes. Whatever your
I
search is.
Googled defined.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then
chili.
are you reading the AI generated?
Yeah, that first
Yeah.
thing.
So just put that same search. Just put Reddit behind it.
Okay. And then what? Okay, define.
Oh God, we're not going to Reddit for this.
No, the only reason I say Reddit is just because it's at least going to be a forum. It's going to be. It's not going to be AI
Or it's
generated.
gonna be
of,
like somebody piping chili in their asshole.
the last thing he read is chili is often more solid than liquid.
I mean, it's not wrong.
I mean, I think what it means is ingredient wise. There's
it said it's a stew three times before that.
Chili is a stew. Stews are thicker than soups, generally require a long cooking time. Traditionally, they rely on tough cuts of meat with a lot of connective tissue over the long cooking process. It breaks down, blah, blah, blah. Okay.
So nowhere in there does it say anything about tomatoes or beans or a specific type of meat.
Okay, step one. So, how long do you have to cook a tomato? A really long time. So, next topic.
Okay, hold on. Is a tomatillo a tomato?
A tomatillo is a type of apple.
No, it's in the tomato family.
We'll never know.
yeah, I 100%.
yeah, well,
I'll say anything.
It is 100%
Nate, look up
in
if
the
a tomatillo is a nightshade.
I looked that up, Nate.
A nightshade.
Here's the thing.
I just really want to have a guy. I'll
know.
bring my computer next time and I'll be that guy.
Here's the problem. Here's the problem is that now my current argument is that it's better to come in a lower place, still place to like be recognized for your glory, but come in a lower place because of the general like palate IQ that we were judged up against. So first place, biggest fucking loser. So 2 chickens. So it was a chicken-based chili, and a chicken-based chili, and then mine was beef and red and or at that point brown. Whenever you make when you guys would ever make good brown, you could go down and get some brown. Like
What you're upset about is you tried really hard and you still lost.
to make chili. I made chili.
So did
it's
I.
like showing up to the taco fucking debate and bringing a burger and still winning. That's dumb.
No.
Okay, so what
Like that face.
what defines a taco? Is it not? And this is when you say
Tortilla.
tortillas. Okay, so you take tortillas, bun, right?
No.
No.
Roll.
Hold on.
Roll
So,
with me.
All right, so imagine like a
the
taco
next-
shell,
the
but
next
it's real
taco
fluffy and bread. Like,
The next
It has
taco,
sesame seeds on the top of it.
I'm bringing crab ragoon.
Dude, straight dub.
Got a shell,
Yeah, I mean, there you go.
which is a bun.
I'm bringing mozzarella sticks.
No. To a taco cook-off,
Yeah,
mozzarella sticks.
I don't know. I'll be okay. I know you guys didn't ask, so I'm just gonna announce it here to the parties. I'll be all right. But just being judged.
Hold on. Did you actually roast any chilies in your chili?
Okay, define chili. I'll say it like this: if I sautéed chili powder in a fat.
That's not what I asked.
Okay, so no, but it's a chili. So if a chili can be turned into chili powder and then you roast it, I roasted some chilies.
Oh, okay.
I made chili for my chilies. You know what I'm saying?
I was the only one who roasted actual chilies for my
I did.
chili.
Serranos.
Yours was dog shit.
Yeah,
and I
yours
hated
wasn't
it. Everyone
good.
hated
It was
it.
fucking awful.
Who?
Literally
actually,
everyone.
first, like you got the most voted against you technically.
I actually would have tied with Tim if I didn't vote for for you. If I would have voted for myself,
I didn't vote for myself either.
I would have tied.
So
Who'd you vote for, David?
I didn't know it was his, but I did. Yeah, apparently.
Fucking stupid. Dude, the name got him. Dude, it was the name. 87 unleaded was mine.
Name was name was tight. Name was
Name
tight.
was good.
Yeah. Off the dome. What are we talking about now?
About how chili can be defined as many different things.
I mean, David's a sore loser, basically.
Very much so.
Basically, if you come in third, for real means you're gay, and I'm. Wait a minute, hold on. Like, that's how that conversation would go.
Well, what?
You want to
Hear me.
One?
Stand up and get it. It's right there.
I got you a beer.
You were going out there. You went out of the room.
Gentlemen,
I gotta take my headphones off again.
I'll get it.
Oh no.
You don't have to take
Okay,
them off.
well, fine, whatever. Alex couldn't reach the fireball shots.
We're having don't touch.
Why is the board so far away from you?
I don't know. I didn't think about the placement this time, so I'm just holding my headphones like this. Anyway, guys, chill. Never mind. Daddy, chilly.
Daddy chill.
What the hell is even that? I just resaw that video recently.
Can you at least admit my chili was good?
Yours was really, really good.
Thank you.
I didn't try it without the crema itself. Tim had a, what was it?
Roasted blanc.
Yeah, that one. It was
all that. That's
It was really good. I mean, like, if you're blind or whatever.
Clara did tell me. She unprompted texted me. We're having a chili cook-off, and there's literally 3 that are edible. So if anybody at the office,
I have some tea about your wife, actually.
oh Jesus!
Ooh,
So she's going through the line. You might have heard this one.
I haven't.
Wait, is this the one when she? Well, you tell me, and I'll.
Claire's going through the line when she's with Amelia, and they're picking out chilies, and Clara opts via the looking at the crock pot,
Yes.
and says, "I don't want to try that one. I don't like the crock pot at the chili cook-off. That was mine.
Oh,
That was
then she
mine.
fucking lied to me.
That was mine.
That's hilarious.
Yeah. The $400 all clad, the nice one that I scrubbed to make it look nice and
She
presentable.
actually told me that she told me this story, but she didn't tell me it was yours today.
Mine.
And the reason was she said there were 13. She didn't want to eat them all. So many of them were not good that she was like, I looked at one and was just like, nope, I'm not going to do that. And I was like, what? Okay. And they were like, oh, no, you have to try them all. And she's like, no, I don't like how that crock pot looks. Just as a cop out to be like, I don't want to fucking eat anymore.
Yep. Number one,
That's hilarious.
There was 10 of them, and she was next to Amelia. Now, granted, I heard this from Amelia.
Oh,
You know, so
I got some tea about
source.
Amelia.
Let her rip.
She's a fucking liar.
Yep.
She's trying to throw my wife under the bus about shit she doesn't fucking know. But
And
where's
Nate
she
looked
at?
that up.
Also, like,
Nate, yeah.
Nate, run the tape
not
back.
to have like a wife off or anything, but like, you also know your wife, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
We got it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Cool.
yeah.
Okay.
Sorry. There's no Ernest. I'm not coming at Amelia.
No, I don't give a fuck.
To be fair, that crock pot was enormous, dude. What is that's not even a crock pot.
Also,
that's a fucking
If she couldn't recognize that it was your crock pot, not working in this
So
office,
it's not nice enough.
I haven't seen it. But if I were to see what I
You
think,
haven't seen my crock pot?
I'll be right back.
The one you keep under the steps and use once a year for the chili cook-off.
Did you make it in the crock pot?
Yeah, yes.
Oh,
'cause
that's why
you,
you didn't take-
you can roast in it and do everything. Like I browned the meat in there, and there's a steaming function in there. There's all
It's
kinds
like
of shit.
enamel,
yeah. I made mine on the
Yeah.
stove. That's probably what I
not
want.
cast iron.
It is
carbon.
not cast
Mine came
iron.
from a can.
Probably would have done better
In what?
in the. You probably would.
It was,
I mean,
it was good. Good.
you lost to these two.
I know. Which I'm actually honored to do so. It felt really funny. I was
It's really ironic.
I was cleaning the crock pot, and Tim is shuffled into the room because like, hey, stand in here. I
had no idea why, by the way. was just
I had
walking
a
back to the
feeling. I was
bathroom.
like, so
what
here
the
comes
fuck's going
here
on?
comes my first place, like, and they can just suck it up at whatever other place they're gonna get, obviously, because like people are like, oh my god, number 10, Jesus Christ, that was the number of my chili. People were like
Nobody
screaming.
said that.
I heard rumbling from like people were like putting signs on the windows of the buildings next door, just like to face us, that said number 10, number 10.
You know how hard it was for me to hear like, oh man, who had number 9 that was so good, and for me to be just like because I had number 9. I was
I
like,
paid those people.
I was like, yeah, I'm willing to bet you did.
Like, by the way, you have been invoiced.
Yeah. Check your Cash App or whatever. Anyway, so Tim gets shuffled into the room, and in my brain I'm like, I swear to God, if Tyler's the next one in here, it's just gonna be so fucking. Give me any other non-cook normie person in here, please, to be like, great job on your stew goo, you did it. And sure enough, here
Well.
Exactly.
here comes Tyler breathing heavy, and he's like, oh God, what do we? Or whatever Tyler sounds like at work.
Yeah, you know.
Who do you think I am? I'm
Grimace.
sitting at my desk. Like,
I like
enter.
I like the idea that you get called in because you have won one of the top
I thought I
three
was getting
chilies.
fired or something.
And so you're
Every time.
yeah.
I got the HR assistant being like, "Hey, you need to follow me," and I'm like, "Well, that's
Yeah,
a wrap,
I was literally
folks."
walking out of the
Like,
bathroom. She goes, "Go in there." That's how she said. I was like, "Okay."
You pull back.
Sorry.
She said, "Go in there and wait." And that's how I was like, "What the fuck?"
On your knees, like
yeah.
what the?
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah.
You believe in God?
Let me see your toes. What the fuck is happening? I'm Chris Hansen.
Like, no.
We should talk. We should think
Hold on,
about.
how are you in trouble in this
I
situation?
don't know.
We should think about future topics as well, just as a teaser as we get a little closer to the end of this one, just so we're not doing straight up 2 hours
Yeah.
of it. And the other topics I didn't read as before was gaming as a parent. Is it therapy? Popular sayings that you hate, objectively bad movies that you unironically like.
Yeah.
Ooh.
I like that.
I like
one
that
That's a
lot
great
too.
topic.
So getting into mine,
Fuck, here we go. Here we fucking
that was
go.
a great text message. Shit caught me off guard so bad.
part number one, because rugby is safer than football, wouldn't that mean gun safety is meaningless? Number two, is it hard to date a psychiatrist?
No.
The one we covered as part of the Patreon opener was when has ham ever been good?
And we found out an aged 12-year age
12
country
years.
ham is,
Somewhere
is
after
all
a
right.
dozen years, then it gets pretty.
It's all right.
Yeah.
Yo, you gotta cut that first layer off though. You'll get real sick, dude.
You don't have to.
Have you ever used a social media life hack that's ever actually been useful? And I will
I actually really like that.
automatically cut out the Rachel Ray putting cherry tomatoes in between two lids and cutting cherry tomatoes in half. Not that one. Any other one than that.
Is
It's not
that
really a social media.
I
hack,
learned that in
though.
the kitchen. Bill Jennings taught me that.
It's a Rachel Ray thing.
Huh.
Yeah.
No, that's
Okay.
not a Rachel Ray.
I'm never backing down.
Okay.
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 Is there anything your children have told you that have actually changed how you look at things? And I mean, like, of substance. This immediately takes up myself, no children, and Tyler, young child.
I'm like, for real, dog. We dab it up and then I cry.
And naturally, the evergreen. This is going to come up a lot. Actually, I can see it. But shitting in the washing machine,
That caught me off guard so bad.
We
this
we
morning.
do need to talk about that.
because like
I think maybe that's a Patreon exclusive.
some of the evergreen topics are, you know, the zombie apocalypse one. We could go on about that forever. There's a special 3-hour episode. This is what I'm going to do. But shitting in the washing machine, I mean, it can't get old. There's never not a good time to talk about it.
You also have a front loader too.
That doesn't change a thing.
It absolutely changes things. It absolutely changes things.
Dude,
I can sit
It's
on
up
mine.
top,
You have,
yeah?
you have to squat and stick your ass straight out.
You have
No,
a stacked
I don't-
front loader,
do you have
right?
an auger? Do you have an auger in yours, or is it like a big? Or is it a full drum?
I don't believe in augers.
Okay.
Do you mean an agitator?
Hold on,
Yeah.
hold on.
Yeah, an auger digs
fucking
hole.
auger?
No. Technically, he's right.
Okay.
He's right.
These are the
An agitator is like all augers could be.
Oh, shut the
agitators.
fuck! Here we fucking.
I'm just saying.
Here we fucking go.
There's a small
Ipso
business
facto,
owner.
you're wrong.
So is it an empty drum or not?
Yes.
So like automatically you're floating. So mine, I can sit in comfortably. Dumb.
You can sit in it comfortably.
I can go downstairs right now.
How often have you tried this? Be honest.
Is it on the?
Well, why would you need to try it more than once? You try it once and then you do it after.
I can
Yeah, but
not
it's
sit
David.
on it. Sit in it.
Sit in. I can
Yeah.
absolutely put my ass in my washing machine right now.
In a
didn't
comfortable
I did
shitting
not say
position?
it wasn't impossible to do that, but comfortably you.
Way more comfortable than you.
Gotcha.
My feet are on the ground. Yours aren't.
So I'm still sitting.
No, you're floating.
Yeah,
You
I'm
don't-
like at a
number one,
doctor's office as a kid. My
You
feet
don't
are
have.
swinging.
You
or
don't
a
have
normal chair for
We
you.
haven't
Shut
even got. We haven't even got to like the mechanics of shitting. Like what happens whenever you put detergent in it and like you put your clothes in.
No, use
Big
the bleach option.
Okay, fine. Like you're doing a like white sock day or whatever.
Is shit
Wait, are you
acidic?
shitting in it while clothes are in it?
No. You
You could.
Number
doesn't
one.
matter.
shit in washing machine. Load washing machine with clothes.
Oh, you're talking about running clothes with shit in the washing machine?
Will they come out clean? They
Yes,
must.
Yeah,
they have to.
100%.
They
Because I
to
have
come
an
out clean,
infant
right?
son who shits himself.
Boom, baby.
Yeah, but that's not a full-on grown man shit at the bottom of the fucking washing
Let me finish. Let me finish. Hey, I was going to say that. That is also a child who has an accident, not a grown man. Because I assume you have aggressive diarrhea every morning. Like,
But that's the thing. If it's diarrhea, I believe it could. But if it's a full-on fucking log just like hitting the bottom
so
of your
he
fucking
shits
washing
liquid.
What if you
That's it,
do a
like-
soak? Like a soak cycle.
Like
You're soaking the shit inside of your
Well,
clothes.
because he was eating so much cottage
I'm just saying,
cheese that
if you're worried about breakdown.
laxatives, too shit, liquid done.
See, this is
I will say-
evergreen. This can never stop.
So yes, what you're asking, yes, it is possible.
week
How you
15,
presented
we're
it
back.
is more like, would you rather shit in the washer or the
It wasn't a
toilet?
this or that. It just we know what I meant.
Do we?
No, there's so many variations of this.
Do you have a front loader or a top? You
Top
top.
loader.
Obviously, you're poor.
They have a,
like
As fuck.
they have the washboard
Yeah.
at the
Yeah,
creek.
we go down to the crick. You know, just down there fucking washing.
we've immediately.
Oh, duh.
We've immediately established-
Hold on, guys. Does this look good? 4 white dudes, 4 straight white cis men sitting in a room,
wait,
and then
Captain
immediately I
Straight.
go
Whoa,
down to the
straight.
creek
Calm
and
down.
started into
First off.
slave songs.
No,
I never said slave songs.
Yeah,
you
you
said
did.
slave songs.
Southern songs. They could be Confederate songs. You
Wow.
don't know.
Yeah, you don't know me.
We're straight white cis male.
We're like speed running, getting
Christ.
canceled.
Like, hell no, I'd never sing no slave song.
How do we? We're getting to that point because,
That's
like, I don't want to do a 2-hour one or whatever. I know it's
What are
literally.
you talking? Are we even an hour? Not even an hour. in?
Yeah. Because we started.
Yeah, we're over an hour now.
When did we start? Tyler didn't get here till when?
I mean,
It was still rolling before
I
we
don't.
got
I don't
here.
edit this shit. Even this.
None of this is getting edited either, folks. None of it. Okay, I don't think you can shit into a washing machine
You can.
and have your clothes come out clean.
Yeah, I mean, because I don't. If you know, I don't
don't.
throw when Niall
Unless
shits
it's
himself and it
diarrhea.
leaks out. I don't throw his diaper in there. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Throw it away.
Well, I save him.
Well,
He's got like, hey son, I remember March 31st.
People
that
walk
was a
in,
good shit.
walk in there like, your house fucking stinks. I'm like, it's a crawl space. It's a critter down there. I can't get to it.
there's something to be said about this. I truly think I could just like paint that bowl down there and like put in a load.
Paint the whole washer.
I turn around, I spin it. I get to a clean spot. And, like, my
You need to
hand.
go to the doctor.
I think diarrhea will wash away, but like a whole ass fucking log at the bottom, like
I think you're overcomplicating like how the
think you're-
rigidity of a turd for real.
Well, do you have an agitator?
No,
auger?
mine's just a drum. It's an auger.
Gotcha. It's an auger.
Yeah.
You don't believe in this though.
That's how I know I've like I wait for it to hit my asshole and that's when I know I can paint the bowl.
Huh?
Like,
What do we do now?
I think we just fucking end it.
Well,
Okay.
bye. I don't know what to say. Did we have an outro?
Not
we
really.
have an intro?
Yeah.
Yeah, it was after the ham topic.
Yeah, that was the cold open, right?
Will it taco?
This as much of my life has been a disaster, and I appreciate all of you for it. Like, I just want to say that I really appreciate you guys for this
Let's go around. Let's say one nice thing about each other.
this walking disaster.
We're like the white Dennis and Jabari. What's JJ? Mexican? What is it?
He's Hispanic, but
That's what I said.
he's from Panama. It's not the same.
Dude, we
I don't-
started with
I don't
P, and I thought you were going to say Pakistan. He's Hispanic.
Yeah, he's
from
Pakistani. He's Pakistani. Yeah, it's like, yeah, that's what I said.
Yeah, don't you? He pours his beers over his hands every time.
Do you remember Big Ben?
Hold
that
on.
Worked at fucking Rockies.
Yeah, yeah.
Dude, I swear to God, he was talking to Brahim, and he like walked around the corner, like almost bumped into him. He was like, "Oh, lo siento,"
Oh my god.
and like I looked down, and I was like, "What the fuck?" He goes, "Oh, that's how you say sorry in his language." I was like, "He's not Hispanic. He's from Morocco."
He speaks Spanish though, which makes it funny.
But what's great is Ben goes, "Yeah, one of those South American countries." I was like, "Morocco's in fucking Africa, you stupid fuck!"
do you-
Like, what is wrong with? I was like, totally
Were you
across
there
the
when
world.
Ali threatened to kill Charles?
No.
He said he's like, I'm gonna run you over with my car. I'll tell him I didn't see you because you're black. And I was like, God damn!
Holy
Like,
shit.
I remember.
little crazy Ali,
Yeah,
not little
yeah.
Ali. Yeah. Well, I like your guessing.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think it was Crazy Ali.
It was crazy Ali.
But no. The or I don't know. It was either him or Brahim. But I think asked you was like, "Hey, am I African American? I'm a citizen."
Nah, it wasn't me.
He asked somebody. He was like, and it was like, "Oh no, man, you're well." It's like you're Moroccan, like born in Morocco, immigrated, became a citizen.
They used to fuck with me because I
Technically,
couldn't speak French. So, I'm like,
Dude,
all right.
Dude, how fucked up is it that the bus boys at Rockies when we worked there, like the
Brahim
head
could
bus
speak,
boy
like,
spoke
six
six languages
languages.
and had
Six
3 degrees in finance, and he bussed tables part time.
Hell, he owns a trucking company.
Really,
Yeah.
good for him. But yeah, that's wild to me. CD asked me what aromatherapy was one time, and I was like, I don't
fuck
really
that
know.
guy.
And he got mad. I'm like, I don't know,
well,
man.
Still, the fuck that
I'm
guy.
19.
That dude used to rip me off so much. He'd be like, I'm gonna count all the tips.
Here's the thing. Put yourself in his position. You,
I don't- I
you
don't-
have a degree
He
in
didn't-
French
What the
economics.
fuck? He
You
didn't
speak
do anything.
4
Fuck him.
languages.
Like, no, I worked my ass off.
Shout
Fuck
out to
that.
bus boys.
Yeah.
Absolutely. We had ceramic plates. This shit wasn't light. Like,
Light to me.
And that
he
restaurant
sorted
was huge.
silverware. Fuck him.
I remember you smashing a wine glass one time.
No, champagne glasses, a lot of them.
Yeah,
because I didn't want to
but
clean them.
I walked back and was like pre-bussing, and you just locked eyes with me, smashed a glass on the rail, threw it in the trash, and walked away.
Remember Christina trying to feed a spider a loaf of bread? Were you there for that?
No.
Yeah.
Hey, look up if a spider can eat a loaf.
Nate.
She's like, I thought it was hungry. I'm like, that thing eats babies, dude.
The guy that insisted that the groundhog down by the river was a beaver.
It was a gopher, is what he said. Or no, it was a beaver. It
Yeah,
was a
he
beaver.
was like, that's a beaver. It's like, that's a
Yeah,
groundhog.
it's
beaver.
clearly a groundhog.
It's like no.
It's like the chili conversation. We could never actually define it.
a groundhog.
Yeah.
There's a whole movie about it.
What?
Groundhog's Day.
Never heard of it.
Oh yeah,
Bill Murray goes on a killing spree. You know,
He kills like
Who's
thousands of
confusing that
people.
with American Psycho?
Who's William?
Oh, gotcha.
A lot of it happens off screen.
I didn't say William.
Who's William?
I didn't say William.
You said Bill.
I know
You
that's.
said Billiam.
I didn't say William. Like,
You said
Yeah.
Billiam.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's what you said.
yes, Billiam and Billiam and Billiam.
All right, we're gonna wrap up this fucking disaster.
All right, bye now.
This has been Failing with Style. I am Tim, joined by some other hosts here.
I'm Tyler.
You got Dave.
And I'm Alex.
I appreciate y'all so much for listening to our bullshit. Yeah, thanks. We'll see y'all next week. See you. Or 2 weeks. Next 2 weeks. Oh God.